impacts. The rain has since stopped. These shots, Mike Seidel was out there live this morning. There's so much rain from this that they had several flood warnings in some of the counties there. And as you can see, that sideways rainfall, as far as the severe storms in Dallas, actually kind of missed some of the heaviest stuff, but they did have some heavy rainfall. And that chance for torrential downpours, several watches and warnings, something we're going to watch here through the evening. And that's kind of the threat we're going to transition into here through the overnight hours. We do still have a tornado watch in effect for spin-ups that could occur on the front end of this line. We'll also be watching for straight line winds and just some flash flooding potential. The good news is there's not a whole lot of training at the moment with some of the southern part of this line. There is a flash flood warning in through the Little Rock area as we watch some of that heavy moisture. There's a lot of moisture to work with here, so certainly you can get some good downpours in there. Look at the northern end of this, less convective in nature, less in the way of lightning up here across the northern part of the line, and just more kind of stratiform rain eventually moving into the Chicago area. So rainfall totals there likely to be lighter, even though it's closer to the low up there itself. Here's a look at Little Rock, a bunch of flash flood warnings here. Just because of the motion, it's a little bit more of a northward motion, not a very fast eastward motion, so you do get a little training in here. Memphis, another spot that we'll be watching for the possibility of some flash flooding just as far as those cells moving over the same spots. So that's something we're going to be watching through the overnight hours. There's their lightning down across the southern part of the line, by the way. Just wanted to point out we do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings on the front edge, and those are the storms you'll be watching as the front edge of that line. Back end will be mainly rain. So this is 24-hour rainfall. Now, this is a radar estimate. It's not as good as getting an actual rain gauge reading, which of course we have many of them across this area. But the general idea is that it looks like the rainfall accumulation here around the 3-inch rate. Now, if you look at flash flood guidance before this event, how much rain was necessary to flood this area, you were looking at about 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches in 3 hours. So it's really the rate that we'll be watching, not the total amount of rainfall. This is not a Joaquin situation where you're looking at feet of rain. You're looking at the amount of rain coming down 3-4 inches, but maybe it happens too quickly. That's why you have these flash flood watches in effect. Jackson, New Orleans, Memphis. I will note that the coastal plain here down towards New Orleans, southern Louisiana, is going to need quite a bit of rainfall in order to flood, just based on their soil conditions and their previous rainfall situation going into this. So through tomorrow, we're going to get this moisture still transported into this low here in this cold front. It's not going to be as dynamic. The most dynamic day yesterday, especially last night when you had that trough digging down, you had the low-level jet. You don't have as much of that involved here, so you'll be looking at the rainfall, maybe more garden variety. A few severe thunderstorms is something we could be watching through tomorrow, but I don't think it will be as much as we've seen over the past couple of days. All right, well, floods, especially flash floods, kill more people each year than hurricanes, tornadoes, high winds, or lightning. Meteorologist Jen Carfagno shows us what we need to do when the danger rises.
Floods. The dangers are often underestimated, threatening property and lives. Flooding is one of the deadliest natural disasters. With incredible force, a flash flood can sweep away a person in just 6 inches of water and a large vehicle in only 2 feet of water. So it's important to be prepared and know what to do. Never try to walk or swim through a flooded area if there's moving water. If you come upon a flowing stream where water is above your ankles, stop, turn around, and go another way. Remember, floodwaters can move 6 to 12 miles per hour, exerting a force that can easily knock you off your feet. Stay away from downed or broken power lines and any exposed electrical wires. Even if you don't see a spark, they can still be alive and extremely dangerous because electrical currents can travel through water and cause electrocution. Do not drive through flooded areas. The flowing water can be very deceptive, making it impossible to determine how deep the water really is. Although vehicles are heavy and stable on dry ground, in a flood, they will float and drift quickly, losing contact with the road. For more information on flood safety, go to weather.com/ready.
All right, thank you, Jen. Let's take a look at our live radar right now. Flash flooding a concern through the evening in a place like Memphis. Some pretty good lines moving in. Looks like the heaviest stuff moving just to the east now of the city. We'll be right back.
As introductions go, this is a name you don't want to forget. The Ram ProMaster City. It's a van that speaks volumes. It's spacious and flexible. It can carry heavy loads and go the distance. And for small business owners, it will make a strong first impression.
Took you so long.
Duracell Quantum lasts longer in 99% of devices, so you can power imagination all day long.
The road becomes a mystery in the dark, and our love affair with the journey is lost. But we flood the darkness with brighter, whiter Sylvania headlights, and all mysteries are solved. Sylvania Silver Star Ultra, for everything ahead of you.
Every insurance policy has a number. But not every insurance company understands the life behind it. For those who've served and the families who've supported them, we offer our best service in return. USAA, we know what it means to serve. Get an insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Thursdays, the Weather Channel drops you into a new season of nature's worst-case scenarios and asks, so you think you'd survive?
It's coming toward us.
The hit original series is back to put your survival skills to the test.
Could be the last mistake you make.
Oh my God! So You Think You'd Survive, all new Thursdays at 10.
America's #1 home builder is Clayton Homes. And Clayton Homes of Glen Jean promises you the best price for the value. We'll design the ideal home for your family from hundreds of floor plans. Visit us at Route 19 in Glen Jean today and take advantage of massive markdowns during the Go Big and Go Home sale. Save up to $7,500 when you buy a new Clayton home. Stop in and find your dream home. Call 304-465-1771 for more info. Clayton Homes of Glen Jean.
It's time for kids to be kids again, because little imaginations were meant to run free. Little Tykes gets them playing the way they were born to. If they're having this much fun, it must be Little Tykes. Little Tykes, imaginations in motion.
If you can't seem to shut down at bedtime, you're not alone. Millions of people turn to non-habit-forming Unisom sleep gels to fall asleep fast and wake recharged. Unisom sleep gels. A stressful day deserves a restful night.
We're geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Stay tuned for your local on the 8, brought to you by LL Bean, guaranteed season after season.
And just like that, it's a whole new world outside. And jackets come out of hibernation. And we can feel the air, but we can see it too. And we gear up, and layer up, and zip up. And we make the most of the new season. Because when the world is at its coldest, we're at our warmest. LL Bean. Guaranteed season after season.
All right, some nasty weather tonight, making travel difficult, whether by a car or you're trying to catch a plane on your left. Winter storm Ajax there. It has created blizzard conditions in parts of Colorado and tonight in Kansas. But wait, there's more. Rain and high winds causing problems across the south. This truck there on the right-hand side of your screen overturned and landing on its side in Dallas, earlier. Let's pinpoint what's going to happen here as far as snow if you're hitting the road. And a lot of that snow now on the back end of this low. It has weakened, but you can still see some pretty good bands. And this band in particular, probably on the heavy side of things. If you were actually to be out there, you'd be calling that S+, as we call it in the nerd world. Heavy snowfall. Goodland and just to the east of it along Interstate 70. If you're traveling eastbound or westbound, right around there, you're going to have some problems. A relatively narrow area where you're going to see that, but all the way down into western parts of Oklahoma and northern parts of Texas. This stuff's so light, likely some of this is not even hitting the ground because of the dew points there. Some of it will be evaporating. So as I mentioned, we'll be watching some snow tonight in through Interstate 70 here. There it is right there in Goodland. That's the area I'd be watching. Interstate 80 as well, seeing some snow bands, but it doesn't look to be as heavy in nature as far as what's coming down there on the northern end of things. We advance this forward in time through the evening, and as predicted, it moves eastward up into Interstate 80, maybe Grand Island, seeing some of that snow. And then we should get this low to kind of stack up on itself and weaken a bit later on tonight in through tomorrow morning. So I don't think the commute is going to be a big problem, or drive is going to be a big problem by tomorrow morning. Places like along Interstate 70, just a little bit Interstate 80 there, and the rest of this will be rain. Probably a bigger commute impact will actually be across the southeast as far as roadways there. It could see some heavy showers and thunderstorms there. Let's talk a little bit about that as far as the rainfall side of things. The severe weather is one of the things we're going to be watching. We're also going to see some heavy rainfall down across the southeast. If we could go over to the other max there, max 45, we'll talk a little bit more about the rainfall, and that's something that we're going to be watching. But that will be the other system. There it is right there. There's your line of some heavy rainfall. I actually think this is probably a bigger travel problem than the snow is as far as the location and the amount of what we're seeing. So you look down towards New Orleans, they'll be getting this line later on tonight. Out ahead of it, we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. But we'll zoom on in towards Baton Rouge, a place Ryan, our producer, might know pretty well. May or may not know a little bit about it. There's your thunderstorm. Look at all the lightning with this. Not as much severe weather. Still a chance of a spin-up tornado on the north side of this. New Orleans, you'll be dealing with this late tonight, early tomorrow morning. All right, if you find yourself trapped in severe weather while driving, meteorologist Stephanie Abrams shows you a few things you can do to keep out of harm's way.
No doubt about it, severe weather and driving don't mix. If you're caught in a hailstorm, if possible, try to get out of the storm by seeking shelter in a garage or parking deck to minimize your hail damage. If you're on a highway or interstate, pull safely onto the shoulder, away from any trees that could fall on your vehicle. And you should stay in your car and turn on the emergency flashers until the storm subsides. If you find yourself behind the wheel and facing a tornado, then you have to decide whether to stay in your vehicle or get out. Dr. Forbes says there are pros and cons to both.
The hazards of getting out of the car into a ditch, well, debris might fall onto you and injure you. Even the car itself might roll on top of you. Hail could hit you. You could be struck by lightning, and the heavy rain and the flooding from the thunderstorm might cause a drowning hazard there in the ditch. Staying in the car, well, there you might have the car roll and even get crushed. You could have debris flying through the windshield, so there are some hazards to that as well. The pluses are the safety factors. Getting into the ditch, most of the wind will carry most of the debris above you, so there's a safety measure there. Staying in the car, of course, the car has seat belts, it has airbags. The metal frame of the car itself will protect you from some of the debris and from the lightning as long as you crouch down. So there's pluses and minuses to each.
Again, you can't avoid this tough decision altogether by knowing the forecast and staying off the roads.
All right, we'll be right back with live coverage.
This is Clara. To prove to you that Aleve is the better choice for her, she's agreed to give it up.
That's today?
We'll be with her all day to see how it goes.
After the deliveries, I was okay. Now the Ciabatta's done, and the pain is starting again.
More pills. Seriously?
Seriously. All these stops to take more pills can be a pain. Can I get my Aleve back? For my pain, I want my Aleve.
Get all-day minor arthritis pain relief with an easy open cap.
Been a couple of A-plus roommates. You know, I hate to do this right now because you guys have been cool with everything. But State Farm's helped me be really smart with my money, and I got my own pet now. Oh, no big deal. Mom, Dad, my new place doesn't allow pets. Dylan's gonna have to stay here.
Start out right in life. State Farm is there.
It's Olive Garden's 20th anniversary of Never Ending Possible. So for a limited time, we're offering over 20 delicious choices starting at $9.99, like our creamy classic Alfredo or crispy chicken Frita, plus unlimited salad and breadsticks. Offer ends Sunday at Olive Garden.
Gentlemen, a smart look comes at a smart price. At our pre-Thanksgiving sale, save up to 60% on a huge selection of suits, sport coats, sweaters, and more. Plus, take an extra 20% off any purchase of $100 or more. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
I'm ready. Intel's best processor is here. So you can take this very real, very terrifying memory and edit it, share it, play it back in 4K quality.
Introducing Intel's new 6th generation core processor. It's our best processor ever.
What's this? A box. It takes worn-out things and makes them better.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn-out batteries and making them into something strong. Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
All we need to sell Strongbow Hard Cider is ice. Oh, and an award for best tasting hard cider. You're in our shot.
No, I'm not.
Strongbow.
There's something in the air, something in the sand. It's called All Right, and it's something you can only find here. Jamaica, home of All Right.
Lose weight fast with Slim Fast Advanced Shakes. Replace a meal with one of 4 delicious new flavors, like creamy chocolate, with 20 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and 100% daily fiber. Slim Fast Advanced Shakes. It's your thing.
I've joined 14 online dating sites.
14? Is one of them eHarmony?
I don't have time for all those eHarmony questions.
Beth, do you want fast or forever?
Stop waiting. Start communicating for free today.
I take Prilosec OTC each morning for my frequent heartburn. Because you can't beat zero heartburn. Ah, the sweet taste of victory.
Prilosec OTC. 1 pill each morning, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Mondays at 10, the Weather Channel drops you into a new season of nature's worst-case scenarios and asks so you think you'd survive?
It's coming toward us.
The hit original series is back to put your survival skills to the test.
Could be the last mistake you make.
Oh my God! So you think you'd survive? All new Mondays at 10, only on the Weather Channel.
A wind advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 52 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, slight chance of a rain shower, low 48. Wednesday, cloudy and windy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 61. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Big tornado.
Get inside.
Get inside. Holy
and it's getting wider as it comes down now. Look.
How about that?
Well, stormy Tuesday night across the heartland and Mississippi Valley. Heavy rain and flash flooding from Louisiana all the way up into Wisconsin. and a threat for a tornado or two as well. Good evening, I'm meteorologist Keith Carson. Thanks for watching this special edition of Weather Center Live. Let's get right to what's going on. Our main story tonight, this line of strong storms. We do have one severe thunderstorm warning along that and some flash flood warnings as well. That may transition into being the bigger threat for the evening. Some straight line winds, yes, but the possibility of some flooding with some heavy downpours. Memphis, one of the spots we're watching. Little Rock as well, though the eastern or western edge of that now approaching in through Little Rock, so they'll get some clearing behind that. Jackson, a spot that's going to be watching for the possibility of some heavy rainfall and some severe storms. So through tonight, our severe thunderstorm area from Jackson all the way down into New Orleans. New Orleans will be later on tonight, and then eventually on the eastern side in Pensacola, we'll be probably looking at early this next morning here. Now, there is a northern extent to this where there's some rain, but the characteristics there for severe weather not really there. Now we push this forward in through tomorrow. Another day we'll be watching some potential impacts as far as spotty damaging winds and some hail as well. We don't think the ingredients as much together. Let's go to Dr. Forbes now. And Dr. Forbes, still a tornado watch in effect. What's your feeling on the chances of tornadoes going forward here?
Well, I've given a Torcon of 3 or probably a little bit less for some of the eastern parts of this, about a 30% chance of a tornado within 50 miles. We haven't seen very many tornadoes today. Mostly it's been a damaging wind event, but we do have this tornado watch that's in effect. It includes Jackson, Mississippi and New Orleans, goes until 3 a.m. The problem is there's certainly enough wind shear, the fast winds a few thousand feet above the ground, enough for tornadoes, but it doesn't seem like the other ingredients. The instability is a little on the weak side, and the upper air system has not been charging east, although it may be trying to do so. What we have seen today has been across Arkansas and Mississippi, Tennessee, Louisiana. All of these blue spots are places that have had damaging winds. Some, in fact, even roof damage or roofs taken off and a lot of trees down. So that can be a problem. At the moment, one severe thunderstorm warning there, southwest parts of Mississippi. In green, a lot of flash flood warning. So a lot of places where these storms are training are going to get 3 or 4 inches of rain. That could lead to flooding. You see, basically from Mississippi down into Louisiana, a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning, so that can always be a deadly hazard as well. Here in southwest Mississippi is that severe warning I've talked about. It's come across the area near Natchez and now just south of Port Gibson, Claiborne, and Jefferson counties in Mississippi. You have a severe thunderstorm warning for mainly a damaging wind gust threat. Now, looking up all the way into Missouri, St. Louis, this line of heavy rain, this rain band has gone through you. It's heading toward Carbondale. And so a lot of places in the line and behind it where you've had some steady rain after this burst